Hello everyone, welcome to my very first video on learning Python and machine learning. If you are starting your journey in Python programming, I am really excited to start this journey with you guys. Today we are going to learn about something very important in Python programming language, that is keywords and identifiers. I know these are the basic concept, but trust me, if your basics are strong, programming becomes much easier that you know already. So think of the keywords as Python's reserve words. But if we talk about a common example, think of the Python like the English language. In English, there are words like is, am, are, or like any many words like let me first put it side. Hmm. So there are. Okay, wait a second. Oh, so I just put it aside. Hmm. So there are some words in Python that is in English language there are some words like is, am, are, if, and many other words that have some specific words that have some specific meanings, right? So similarly in Python we have some reserved words, that is if, else, while, etc., etc., that have already an special meaning in Python. So, and if we talk about the identifiers, identifiers are the name we give someone, we give something, just like we give names to people and objective in Python, we give names to variables and functions. So, if by the end of the video you will know exactly how to tell the difference in between the keywords and identifiers, and you will be very confident using them in your own code. So, let's jump right in. Now, if we start with the Python keywords basically are the reserved words in Python. So that means that we cannot use as variable names, as function names, as any other like identifier, or क्यों नहीं ले सकते हम इन्हें यूज, जैसा कि मैंने बताया इन इंग्लिश लैंग्वेज देर आर वर्ड्स दैट हैव सम ऑलरेडी फिक्स मीनिंग्स. In Python also there are some words that have already their special meaning, so we cannot use them as any variable name, as any function name, as any identifier, and etc. So if we talk about the example of any keyword, that is if, else, for, while, true, false, class, def, that is defined, short form of the define, that def is used to define a function. You'll learn about it in further classes. So these words are used to define Python syntax and structure. So if we talk about an example, here you can see to get all the keywords, import keyword. Also, if you look here, it is giving import keyword. So Python even provides a built-in module called keyword to see the list of all the keywords. So here import is, if you like wondering what does it mean, in C we usually used hash include, right? Why did we use hash include? To use the external modules, we used it in C, but here in our Python language we use import instead of include. So here print keyword kw list. I already told you that keyword is an module, built-in module in Python, that is used to see the list of all the keywords. So print keyword.kw list. Kw is the keyword list, will give all the name of the keyword present in our Python. And if we want to see how many keywords are there in our Python, so we can directly ask it to print length, the function, the already defined function we use by default function of Python len, that is used to tell us the length of any keyword. So keyword.kw list, the length of these keywords is 35, as you can see here. Now, if we further move into the identifiers, here you already seen that what does keywords mean, right? Now, if we dive into the identifiers in Python, so identifiers, I already told you that it is like we are giving some name to some variable or some functions. So, uh, identifiers is the name given to variables, functions, classes, or any other object in the Python. It helps us differentiate one entity from another. Obviously, there are two people, both have two different names, so it is easier to differentiate to these two people. Similarly, in Python, this identifiers help us to differentiate one entity from another. So here you can see the example I am using. Identified is like some, like age is equals to 20. Here age is an identifier for 20. Also I can see that I am just assigning x is equals to 14. X is an identifier for 14. Or you can take any other example if you want. I want to say that A is Suhani. So here again A is identifier for Suhani. So this is basically what identifier means. Now there are some rules that are defined for identifiers. Allowed characters and identifiers, that identifier can contain lore letters. Lore letters, I can just show you here. There are some things. Identifiers can consist of small e to small z, small lowercase letters, and uppercase letter, capital A to capital Z, obviously digits from 0 to 9, and underscore, only one character that can be used for the identifier. Now if we further move, I can see, just show you an example, that ABC I am used as identifier to identify 12. If I run this cell, it will give 12. So here it is all right, it can be used as. Now there are some other rules that are, we can count as them as, like, that can't be the identifier. So rules for identifiers: cannot start with digits. Identifier can never be start with digits. If I show you there that, 1 second, if I run this identifier, I am starting with one variable, that it is starting from the numeric value. If I run this cell, it will show us error. You already know why. I already told you that. Uh, but now if I run this, it will be running. Now, second thing in identifier is that keywords cannot be used. Like, we can't use keywords as identifier. Here global, we already have seen that global is an keyword. So if I run this, it is showing an error. And what if I remove this? I don't know what is glbal. I'm just showing you an example. It is not any kind of keyword, it is just a random word I am using as an identifier for one. And if I run this cell, it will run. Now the third thing, for identifier, we see that you can't use some special symbols like exclamatory, at the rate, hashtag, dollar, etc. in identifier. Here if I show you an example, a and mm, at the rate, if I run this cell now, it will show us error. And if I remove this from here, and if I run this now, it is not showing any kind of error. And one more thing I want to tell you for identifiers is that in Python, the Python is case sensitive. That is case sensitive. What does it mean? It means if I give it AGE is equals to 20, and if I give it AGE is equals to 16, these two identifiers are different for Python. It simply does mean that for Python, uppercase and lowercase matters a lot. So this is all about keywords and identifiers for today's lectures. If you found this helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. See you in the next video. Thank you.